assembled devotees are welcome. Well, we are going to do something different and maybe not different also. So there's no verse. Instead, you are reading glories of Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavat Mahatmya. That's a translation. You say Srimad Bhagavat Mahatmya. Mahatmya. Glories of Bhagavatam or greatness of Bhagavatam, which we are going to recite, narrate from Skanda Puran, which is like a continuation from 10th canto, from Krishna's appearance, appeared in Mathura, and then overnight he reached Gokul, and then he was there for 3 years and 8 months. And then he comes, crosses Jamuna and settles. Anyway, we'll not get into all this. Another 3 years and 8 months, not far from here, a place called Chattikara, Shaktavarth. All Gokulvasis had spent there 3 years and 8 months. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has calculated like that. And then everyone goes back to Nandagram. That is where they were before even going to Gokul. And another 3 years and 8 months. So after 10, 11 years in Vrindavan, so then 18 years in Mathura, and then rest of the time in Dwarka based, not residing all the time in Dwarka, but that is the headquarters, and from there Krishna goes various places, and each time he returns also. And then finally, well, he's winding up his pastimes. He has gone to Prabhas Kshetra. It is southern side of Dwarka, not far from Somnath. Some of you know probably Somnath. It is in Gujarat. So there, Prabhas Kshetra, Lord is contemplating, getting ready, preparing for his departure. And the battle, the Mosul Yuddha, has already taken place. The Yaduvamshis, they have fought fratricidal war. And by doing so, Lord has sent many of his associates, devotees, or those who are participating, those who are part of his Leela. They have been dispatched. That was the only way to, remove them from their bodies or from the pastimes which they were playing. So at that time, the way Krishna is sitting is also described with his left foot on the right thigh, and how he's dressed, the beautiful. So Krishna is always beautiful. And description is over again and again and again, that beauty is described from this angle, that angle. This time he has become four-handed. He's leaning against a young banyan tree. The tree represents material existence. His back is towards the tree. That means he's going to be going away from that tree to his own abode. So prior to his doing so, he calls Daruk, the chariot driver. In fact, Krishna had sent his chariot loaded with so many weapons and paraphernalia. Driverless chariot was sent, while the driver was given assignment. Daruk, you please rush to Dwarka and let all the residents of Dwarka know that they have to vacate Dwarka. Before I leave, they must be out of there. Because as soon as I leave the world, turn to my abode, the whole Dwarka is going to be sinking into the ocean, because that was borrowed land. And when MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, was signed anyway, that was the condition. So, and let Arjun take care of all the residents of Dwarka, especially Queen. You should take them away from Dwarka. Of course, you'll bring them to Hastinapur, Mathura side. So Arjun, that is what Arjun did. He was kind of failing in the mission on the way, was not able to exactly protect. Anyway, that's another. So finally he's back in Hastinapur after 7 months. All the, remaining 5 Pandava brothers and others were waiting for Arjun to return. In the meantime, they were seeing some bad omens. This sign is not a good sign. They were wondering, does this mean, they did not want to think the worst. Has worst happened? What is the worst thing that could happen? Lord has left the planet, is no more. So they were wondering. And then as Arjun returns, yes, that is what exactly had happened. And then Pandavas retired timely, means instantly, and they have installed, enthroned. Vajram Sri Mathure Deshe Swapautram Hastinapure. So, as we said, continuation of 10th canto, so many episodes. And the 11th canto, like a final Antya Leela, pastimes of final pastimes. After they have been taken place, completed, concluded, then this is where the Bhagavad Mahatmya, glories of Bhagavatam, begins there. That ends and have concluded. And so the developments, events which took place right after Lord's departure have been described in these glories of Bhagavatam, and these are glories of Bhagavatam. As we go through, the glories will unfold. How important, how significant, how glorious is Srimad Bhagavatam ki. Mantra Srimad Bhagavatam ki. And then we will probably get more serious doing this Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. So these glories of Bhagavatam is also kind of Bhagavatam, and it is glorifying Bhagavatam also, convincing us, go for Bhagavatam, study Bhagavatam, recite Bhagavatam. And Srila Vyasadeva is the compiler, writer, author of these glories. And this is also in dialogue format. Sutta Goswami and the Shaunakadi Munis. Shaunakadi means etceteras. Shaunak and others. 88,000 sages have assembled in Naimisharanya. You are only 88 devotees here, maybe a little more. There are 88,000 of them. And Naimishe, we have. So we'll be doing one chapter today, and we have 1 hour to do one chapter. What we said so far was just introduction, setting the scene so that you know where we stand. So Sutamasinam, Sut Goswami has taken a elevated seat, or has been offered to him, not that he grabbed it. And he has been greeted and mentioned as Mahamatim. His mati is Mahamati. Mati means intelligence. He has a great intelligence. Some finer tissues to grasp the subtleties of the spiritual, confidential subject matters. And assembled sages have been described as Bhagavata Katha Amrita Rasa Asvada Kushalaha. If you could pick up, you make this part of your vocabulary. Nice words. The Shaunakadi Munis, they were Bhagavat Katha, you understand, right? Bhagavat Katha, then Bhagavat Katha Amrita, the nectar of Srimad Bhagavat, Bhagavat Katha Amrita Asvadana. Asvadan means to relish. Kushalaha means very expert. They were very expert in relishing the nectar of Srimad Bhagavatam. That is how they have been designated as or described as. So they They are making inquiry from Sutta Goswami. And the inquiry is that after Parikshit Maharaj was enthroned as emperor of the world in Hastinapur, and Vajranav was made king of Mathura. Abhishitya gate ragito katham kim cha chakratuhu. Then what did these two Maharajas do? One is Parikshit Maharaj, and other one is Vajranav Raja, Maharaja. What did they do? How did they do? How did they manage? Is inquiry. And now, one more time during this glories of Bhagavatam, they will make one more time inquiry. Otherwise, to this inquiry, the Sutta Goswami is responding, giving answer to that question for rest of the time. Sutta uvacha Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam Devyam sarasvatim vyasam tato jaya mudirayet. You are familiar with this. When Sutta Goswami was reciting Srimad Bhagavatam in the beginning, first canto beginning, he recited this prayer. And Sutta Goswami is reciting same prayer here and elsewhere. He chants this prayer. Tataha, tataha means after. After having done this, done what? Narayanam namaskritya. After you have offered, or I have, he has. Sutta Goswami, the speaker, has offered his obeisances unto Narayan and the Naranarayan Rishis. We could offer our obeisances to Sri Krishna Balaramo Namaskritya. Sri Gaurnitai Yo Namaskritya. Namaskritya, yeah, there's different parties. Tataha, thereafter, after you are finished with obeisances, after having offered obeisances, Tataha Jaya Mudirayet. Then is the time, or this is the sequence. Mudirayet, you should recite Jaya, or you should say Jai Ho, Jai Ho, Jai Ho. Granth Raj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Mahabharat ki, like that, so many scriptures. So all those histories, Itihas and Puranas are also called Jaya. Mahabharata is called Jaya. Jayam Udirayet means you should recite. We should recite these histories, including Bhagavatam. So not just say Jai one time and finish. No. Recitation is Jai. The recitation of Jai. Should recite these scriptures, which are the means of conquest. Srila Prabhupada translates that as means, the very means of conquest. If you want to be conquer this world, or conquer birth and death, conqueror you want to be, then one means is Srimad Bhagavatam is the means of that conquest. So, Jayam Mudirayet. One should recite different scriptures. Bhagavatam. Mahapatham gate ragi. Yudhishthira Maharaj has installed this one emperor in Hastinapur, the capital of the world. And Vajranav was a great grandson, not son, not grandson, he is a great grandson of Krishna. Krishna's son is Padmanav. Padmanav's son is Aniruddha. Aniruddha's son is Vajranav. Great grandson of Sri Krishna is made king of Mathura. Having done so, Yudhishthira Maharaj has departed, gone back to Godhead. Then the Parikshit Maharaj, once upon a time, is emperor there. So one time he decided to visit Mathura. Let me go meet Vajranav. Let me find out how he's doing, inquire into his welfare. So with that intention in mind, King Parikshit, you know where Hastinapur is? Near Meerut. Where is Meerut? Where is Delhi? Okay, Delhi. You have to know something, at least some point then, in relationship. Yes, on the banks of Ganga. Hastinapur still exists. Hastinapur is there. You could visit even today. If you leave now, you could be there in the afternoon. Hastinapur is there. It's a historical place. And just outside Hastinapur, on the banks of Ganga, Srimad Bhagavatam was recited by Shukdev Goswami. And that place is also there. Shuktal, they call it Shuktal. That place, that spot is there. So Parikshit Maharaj has come to Mathura. Well, he hasn't come as of yet, but as he was on the way, and Vajranath found out that Parikshit Maharaj is on the way to Mathura. He became very excited to know this, and he has immediately gone out of his way, gone out of the town to greet Parikshit Maharaj. Vajraha prema pariplutaha. So these details you miss when you try to just summarize or narrate. So what happened when Vajranath came to know that Parikshit Maharaj is coming? Prema pariplutaha. His affection, love for Parikshit Maharaj aroused. His heart became filled with affection and love for Parikshit Maharaj. And then that Vajranath, that kind of Vajranath, in such a state of mind, he has gone to greet Parikshit Maharaj. Ninaya Nija Mandiram, and he brought, please come this way, that way, and to Nija Mandiram, brought him to the palace, which is described here as Mandir, Nija Mandir, Nija Mahal, doesn't say, it says Nija Mandiram. So yes, Vajranath has made his palace into a temple. Krishna conscious atmosphere. Sure, he has deity also, and photographs of Krishna and Vajranath also, maybe some photograph, just group photo, family photos, all that's from Dwarka, all over the palace. So as a result, his palace is Nija Mandiram, it's like a temple. So upon arrival, he could have done that earlier, but he is doing. Parikshit Maharaj has embraced Vajranath, gave a deep embrace to Vajranath. Not say hi or just shake hand. Both parties are kind of trying to go away, shake hand. But this is different. This is culture. This is at a higher level. Embrace, deep embrace. Meeting of the hearts, right? Another person being embraced his heart, and person who is embracing his heart, they're meeting the hearts, right? They're touching the hearts, meeting the hearts, not just meeting the hands. Who knows what is happening in the heart, but here, meeting of the hearts. And Parikshit Maharaj, what kind of Parikshit Maharaj is embracing? Vajranath. Krishnaika gata manasaha. Krishna eka gata manasaha. That this Parikshit's mind, manasaha, gataha, goes only one person, ekaha. And who is that person? Krishna. Krishna eka gata manasaha. Such a nice word. Says a lot. Even difficult to translate these kinds of words with deeper meanings and deeper purports. And having, greeted and embraced Parikshit Maharaj, then enters the inner chambers of the palace where he would like to meet. He is meeting Rohinadya Harer Patnyaha. He is meeting the wives of Sri Krishna, headed by Rohini. Okay, we already said that. Queen, not mother. Rohini is mother of Balaram, also like mother of Krishna also. But this is Rohini, the queen, when the princesses were imprisoned by Narakasur, also called Bhaumasur, two names of the same person. Imprisoned, captured, imprisoned. That's when they had sent the message to the Lord who was residing in Dwarka those days. Please get us out of here. Please protect us. Please accept us. Who else would accept us now that we have been touched by this demon and we are arrested and imprisoned? So then Krishna had gone there and killed Bhaumasur and released all the queens, 16,000 of them. And in the palanquins, as they were seated or on the backs of the elephants, they were transported from Pragjotishpur, which is in East India, Assam side, from there to Dwarka. And Lord had gone to heaven that time on a special mission. And then when he returned from heaven with Parijat tree also with him, then he had done that marriage. So this Rohini is a leader, a representative of all those 16,000 queens. So King Parikshit is meeting those queens headed by Rohini. And these queens also have honored and greeted King Parikshit. Now after, a lot of traveling, Hastinapur they have traveled by bus. Parikshit Maharaj came by luxury, overnight sleeper, deluxe coach. Transportation was the chariot. So he's resting, tired, Parikshit. So after having taken rest and relaxed, and now he's meeting and sitting with Vajranath, he's inquiring. He says, King Parikshit says, that your father, your grandfather, your great-grandfather, they have done so many favors unto our family, Pandavas. They have protected us from so many calamities. Bhuri dukkhogham. Dukkha ogham means flow, constant flow, like river flows with no interruption, right? So likewise, calamities were coming our way in the direction of the Pandavas, Kunti and us, me included. But each and every time, your father, grandfather, great-grandfather, they protected us. Aham cha parirakshita, and how could I forget, especially I was protected by Lord Krishna while I was in the womb of my mother. And the Brahmastra was heading in my direction. Could have burnt me to ashes. But my mother cried out, help, help, Pahimam. And Krishna rushed with a little club in his hand and he started encircling my body. This was all happening in the womb of my mother. The two of us were in the womb of Sahodara, it's also mentioned. Udara means womb. Like we were twins. I was there, and at one point, Lord Krishna was there, protecting me. Oh, we are so grateful to your forefathers, or your father's grandfather, great-grandfather, for all that help. Na paraya miyaham. Na parayamyaham. This reminds you of some statement somewhere. Oh, I'm indebted to you, gopis. Krishna said, I cannot repay the debt. Could we become free? How could we become free from the debt? Srila Prabhupada and disciples approached Srila Prabhupada one time. We are indebted to you. You have done so much for us. Oh, Srila Prabhupada, how could we become free from the debt? And Prabhupada said, not possible. And then he thought for a while and he said, yes, you could do one thing. You do as I did. This was his response. You do as I did. You don't have to become founder of Hare Krishna movement. It's already been founded, but then after foundation, all that I had to do to propagate this Krishna consciousness, to practice and propagate, you do as I did. So Parikshit Maharaj is expressing those sentiments. Then he says, but Vajranath, I have one special request to you. I have prayer. I pray to you. What is that? You should take care of your kingdom happily. That's one thing. You should never worry about the treasury, the kosh, your army, or enemies and battles. Don't be concerned about these affairs. Then what should I do? You should do one thing. You should focus on one thing. Susevya kintu mataraha. You should take care nicely of all these mothers. Krishna's queens are mothers of Vajranath. You should look after your mothers. This should be on the top agenda, your focus. And if there's any difficulty, any sort of anxiety, anything that bothers you, you should always let me know. Maybe I could be of some help to you. Guhyam akhyati, prachati, shadavidam priti lakshanam. Please disclose, don't hide. Let me know if there's anything I could do in response to this Vajranath. He is also saying that your father and your grandfather, your family also, did so much service to our family, assisted us, our family members, Lord Sri Krishna, in so many, many ways. The archery that I have learned, I learned from Arjun, and I'm indebted for all that. And then he says, you said, King Parikshit Maharaj, you said that I should not worry about the affairs of the kingdom, the treasury, and I do not worry. I am free from those kinds of anxieties or those kinds of concerns. But there is one thing that had been bothering me from the time that I have landed here in Mathura, or from the time I have become the king of Mathura. There's one thing that is bothering me all the time. I'm in a great anxiety. And he says, well, I'm a king, that's fine. But where are the citizens? I'm Raja, that is nice, but where is Praja? I'm Raja, but where is Praja? I am feeling like being in Sthito aham nirjane vane, as if I am in Nirjan Van. I'm in a Registan, I'm in Rajasthan, where there's sand everywhere, not a drop of water. There's no one. You see sand everywhere, no people, no creatures. So it is like that. Or there's a forest here, but there's no one here. It's all empty. And this is also experience of all the queens of the Lord. This is also concern of my mothers, all the 16,000 of them. Kinchid vicharyatam. So you should think about this. Vajranath, please think about this. You had said if there's anything I could do, if anything that's troubling you, some bothering you, I should let you know. So I just told you. So if you could do something about this. And then King Parikshit, he thought for a while. He said, oh, yes. I'm remembering Shandilya Muni, Shandilya Rishi. Nandadinam Purohitam. He is the priest of Nandadinam. Nanda Maharaj and others, the coward community. Their priest is Shandilya. think we should consult him, take his advice on these matters which are bothering you. So the messenger was sent and Shandilya Rishi was invited. Pathotajam vihaya. He was residing in a very humble kutir with a thatched, with the leaves, cow dung floor and like simple dwelling. So he left and came over to the palace. He was welcomed, honored and seated, and Vajranav and Parikshit Maharaj briefed him, told what the difficulties are, would like your input, advice on these matters. Maybe you could throw some light. It's dark. We are not able to see nothing way forward. You could tell us the way out. Shandilya uvacha. Shandilya is speaking now. Shranutam. As soon as he said, he started speaking, Shandilya Muni started speaking. Shranutam, please hear. Well, of course they were ready to hear. Why is he saying, please listen to this? Meaning, are you all here? Both of you are with me here? And the term is used, datta chitta. I want your chitta. I want your mind fully focused on what I'm about to say. And why so? Rahasyam brajabhumijam. I'm going to be talking of something very confidential and very deep subject matters. So you cannot take it casually. You have to have full attention. Like when you sleep, you're fully absorbed. Sane person, fully absorbed. Ignorance is bliss. And Rahasyam brajabhumijam. Vyapanad vrajavuchyate vrajanam vyaptir uktya. Vrindavan is called Braj. Brajamandal ki. Brajamandal ki. So why is it called Braj? It's all pervading. It's all over. Limitless. To measure dham, so many kilometers, and this is one of the offenses. One of the 10 offenses against the holy dham is to measure. The dham is that long and that wide and that deep or whatever. No, it's unlimited. And there is one reason why this gets the name Braja. Gunatitam parabrahma vyapakam brajavuchyate. It is called Braj because Gunatitam, it is transcendental. The three modes of material nature has no business here. They can't touch. They can't even pick up one dust particle from wherever it is, from there to another location. The demigods have no jurisdiction. They are also controllers of different modes. So this is transcendental. Parabrahma, Vyapakam. It is all-pervading. It is Parabrahma. It is non-different from the Lord. Chintamani, it is made up of Chintamani. It is not here, but Sadanandam Param Jyotihi. And there's only this land is full of Anand. This land of Krishna, Braj is full of Anand. This ocean of Anand, ocean of bliss. Muktanam padam avyayam. Muktanam padam avyayam. When one becomes free, liberated, they directly go to that abode and reside there. Tasmin nandatmaja Krishnaha sadanandanga vigraha. The tasmin, in that Braj, nandatmajaha Krishnaha. Krishna resides there. Who is Krishna? Nanda Atmajaha Krishna. Nanda Atmaja. Nanda takes birth in the form of Krishna. Nanda is born in the form of Krishna. The child is, like a father is taking birth, appearing as son, Nandatmaja, or appearing from, or appearance caused by. At least he gets the credit. Don't be confused. And that Krishna is Atmaram. That Krishna is Atmaram, meaning self-satisfied. Now, how is he Atmaram, or how is he self-satisfied, is mentioned next. Shranuta, Datta Chitta. Listen to this with your full attention. We may be hearing this for first time and maybe last time. And if we don't hear, then we miss the bus. We may never hear. Here is the opportunity to hear this point, or in these words, Shandilya Rishi describes very nicely. He says, Atmatu Radhika Tasya. Atmatu Radhika Tasya. Tasya Krishnasya. Tasya means his, means Krishna's. Krishna's Atma is Radhika. Just a straight translation. Atmatu Radhika Tasya. Tasya Atma Radhika. Krishna's Atma is Radhika. So he's self-satisfied, meaning, why is he satisfied? His satisfaction is due to Radhika. Because of Radhika, he is satisfied. Radha satisfies him. Hari Hari Bol. Jai Radhe. Jai Krishna. This is like a getting to know Krishna, right? This is God realization for us. We get to know Krishna more this way. We just now found out something. A truth, a fact. Because of Radha, Krishna is Atmaram. And okay, so when that Krishna appears, then he is dealing with his energies. Then Krishna plays two kinds of pastimes. And they are described as Dvividha Leela. Leela of how many kinds? Dvi means two. Trai means three. Trai is in Sanskrit. Three is three. This three has come from Troy. Like there are many words like that. Sanskrit is the mother of all languages. Original language is Sanskrit. So Dvidha. Leela of two kinds. And the term used here is Vastavi Vyavahariki. Lord Krishna performs two kinds of pastimes. These terms are new. They were new to me when I read it for first time. Vastavi and Vyavahariki. What we know in ISKCON or Gaudiya Vaishnava, or more popular, called Pragat Leela and Aprakat Leela. Prakat Leela, Aprakat Leela. That may also be new to some of you. Manifest and unmanifest. Or Nitya Leela and Prasangik Leela. Naimittik Leela. Prasangik, Naimittik. Or eternal and occasional. Eternal pastimes, and occasionally Lord performs also pastimes. So these are the two kinds of pastimes. You take note of this, and you understand. Now there'll be description of these two kinds of pastimes. So Vastavi, eternal pastimes, aprakat pastimes, unmanifest pastimes, they are known to Krishna and his eternal associates. His eternal associates only know, they could experience his eternal pastimes of the Lord. And the other, manifest Leela, Pragat Leela, occasional Leela, some other living entities new. Some of you also in future, you will be part of that scene, that manifest Leela. Some additional souls will get to know Jivanam Vyavahariki. So Krishna was on the planet for 125 years. So that is manifest pastimes. But before Krishna appeared and after Krishna disappeared, there was, and during that 125 years also, the eternal pastimes are always on. Same thing with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, 48 years manifest Leela. But before he appeared and during his appearance in manifest Leela and after his disappearance, there's another Leela that continues there all the time. Lord Ramachandra was on the planet for 11,000 years. So before 11,000 years, after 11,000, and during 11,000, Lord is having his pastimes. And then occasionally those 11,000 years, 125 years, 48 years, he's having additional display of his pastimes. So these are two kinds of pastimes. So parallel pastime. And the second one, the manifest pastimes, they cannot exist or happen without the eternal pastimes. Eternal pastimes are the basis of these occasional or manifest pastimes. Haribol, you're with us? Only a few more minutes to go. And then the reason that you, King Parikshit, you Vajranav, and all these queens back there, are not able to experience right now. This is your anxiety or you're wondering what has happened. There is no one around here. We don't see anybody. It's just few of us here. And there's no one else. Nothing else is going on here. What happened? This is because you are part of this Vastaviki, or you are part of this manifest pastime. Hence, you are not able to experience the eternal pastimes which are on right now, right here, but you have no access. You are not experiencing because you belong to the other Vastaviki or manifest pastime setup. Okay. Atraiva Braja Bhumi, that Vrindavan Dhamake. That Braj is right here. Chandilya Rishi says, Braj, Vrindavan is right here. You are sitting on the gold mine, but you are unaware. Everything is happening here. This place is very, very busy, 24 hours, 7 days a week, day and night. Astakali Leelas are happening. It is right here. Atraiva, Brajabhumi sa. But that tattvam sugopitam. But that tattva, that realm is hidden. It's confidential, not accessible, visible to everybody's eyes. It exists, but doesn't meet everybody's eyes. Yes, then he says, Bhasate prema purnanam. Those who are prema purna. Prema is prema, purna means complete. Those who are fully filled with prema, they become eligible to see. Premanjana churita bhakti vilochanena santa sadaiva hridayeshu and sarvatra also. They could see. The prema purnanam kadachit api sarvataha. So some, not everybody, but some rare, durlabh mahatma, prema purnanam, complete with love of Godhead, they could see. 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan, they were seeing. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu arrived 500 years ago and he was able to see. And like that, kadachit, he says, Vaivasvat Manu, during the 28th Dwapar Yuga of Vaivasvat Manu, Lord Sri Krishna appeared. Last time he appeared, that was end of 28th Dwapar Yuga. Then he says, 3 kinds of devotees. Now, listen to this. We're going to go faster. There are 3 kinds of personalities or devotees or categories of devotees become part of Krishna's pastime. Okay? First party is, when Krishna appears, he comes with his eternal associates. Nanda Baba and cowherd boys and the gopis and on and on. Every time, wherever he goes, from one universe to another, to another, to another, to exhibit his pastimes. This is one party. Okay? The second party is the Hare Krishnas. Those who have attained perfection in chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. With those Hare Krishna devotees, thoroughly purified, no strings attached, and they are full of knowledge and detachment and all these things they have done. And their time to go back to Godhead has come. But instead of sending them, transporting them to Goloka, first they are made part of Krishna's manifest pastime somewhere, wherever it is taking place. Srila Prabhupada explains this many places, many times, in these terms. So this is the second party, second category of devotees who are part of Krishna's pastime. Third party is the devatas, demigods, Yadushu, Upajanmatam. Lord Krishna, he was approached, Brahma. He took all the devatas and the bhumi, the mother earth, in the form of cow crying, and the relay, the message was communicated to the Lord. Lord said, yes, I will be appearing. I will do the needful. I'll make my appearance. But you demigods, you go ahead. And you take birth in the Yadu dynasty to assist me in my pastimes. This is there in the Bhagavatam, 10th canto, very beginning of the 10th canto. So this third party, demigods are the third party that become part of this Krishna's manifest Leela. And now, Sarvesham Vanchitam Kritva, so satisfying everybody, all these parties. And Krishna winds up his pastimes. Chandila Rishi says, the demigods have already been dispatched. The battles in Prabhas Kshetra, and they have gone back to their respective positions and posts. And then he says, remaining two parties, they are made into one party. Initially there was a distinction. These are the newcomers. They have just now come from Delhi, here, there, London, other places, Moscow, and they were eligible to return to me. And then my eternal associate, there are two different. But now, by associating with me and my eternal associates, they have been well trained, and so there is no difference anymore. So it's only one party. So they also have gone. So all this was happening up until recently, but Krishna has wound up his pastimes. As a result, you are now, and the eternal pastimes are on, but you are not able to see. But there's one thing that you could do, and Vajranav is given some assignment. You could still experience, you could become qualified, eligible to see pastimes in Vrindavan, eternal pastimes of Krishna and his associates in Vrindavan. For that, he says, you establish different villages all over Vrindavan. You give them names according to the pastimes, corresponding pastimes, wherever pastime, this pastime, so give them this name, that name. We'll be talking about that tomorrow. Govardhane Dirghapure Mathuraya Mahavane Nandigrame Bratsano. All these places, some names already mentioned, before even they were named, or Chandila Rishi already knows. He said, you should stay at these places. You should camp out and serve this dham. Get association of this dham. Get the dust of this dham on your head. Kundan, you should take bath in different kundas. Droni, do parikrama of Govardhan hill. Doesn't say, but that is what, how do you serve Govardhan? How do we serve Govardhan? We do parikrama of Govardhan. How do we serve Nadi mentioned, river? How do we serve river? We take bath. That's one thing we do in the river. Then he says, you may ask, but I don't know all these, which pastime, where it had taken place. And Chandila Rishi says, don't worry, Spurantu Mada Anugraha. With my benediction, with my blessings, you would get to know. Divya Gyan Hriday Prakashito. Are you familiar with that? Same thing he says. Divya Gyan Hriday Prakash. I will reveal unto you also these secrets. You just be prepared. Just move forward with this project. And when you do these things which I have just mentioned briefly, he did not mention briefly, I mentioned briefly, then what will happen? Uddhavastva milishati. You will meet, one day you will meet Uddhav. Uddhav resides in Vrindavan. You will know tomorrow the details where to find Uddhav and how did they find out. So you will meet Uddhav, and once you meet Uddhav, Rahashyame tasmat prapshasi tvam samatrikaha. And then further glories of Vrindavan and Krishna and Bhagavatam will be revealed unto you by Uddhav. Okay, so having heard this from Chandilya Rishi, Vajranath and Parikshit Maharaj are very happy. They could see some ray of hope now. The way ahead. They were kind of stuck. Now they know what to do. So they were very delighted. And then Chandila Rishi, he returned to his own ashram. But how does he return? Gataha Krishna Anusmaran. While remembering Krishna, he did not just return. Now while remembering Krishna, from wherever he was, from there to ashram, at every step he was remembering Krishna. So from here, you go to Prasadam Hall while remembering Krishna, and while honoring Prasad, what happens? What you're supposed to be doing? Remember, Krishna Bada Dayamay, very kindly he has given this. And after you have enjoyed Prasadam, then Sayanamrita Pao, Radha Krishna Gunagao. Not that Sayanamrita Pao and Sojao. Not time to sleep, but really get up so that we don't become Namak Haram or Kheer Haram. Okay, so thank you very much. Grantha Srimad Bhagavat Mahatmya Ki